my best friend, my man here, he and I really got into Snarky Puppy back in high school together. It was like our joint thing. He
Mhm.
asked, what of the Snarky Puppy albums that you've played on are your favorites, or which are your favorites?
Um, wow. Um, I mean, I really like the last two that we've done
Hmm.
for sure. I mean, we always have a good time, but like I said, there's something about being in the studio and it not being in this live sort of setting and feels a bit more relaxed. And as a keyboard player, you can sort of take a deeper dive into like the sound design and getting things really sounding right. Whereas in the live setting, maybe there's like a little bit more pressure to just like perform the parts and sort of satisfy that. And then like if we want to refine anything, it's sort of like in the editing and post production process. But that being said, I mean, like We Like It Here was super fun.
Hmm.
Obviously, like a lot of memorable things happened around that, and yeah, I mean, first time recording with Larnell, which was insane. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
you know that story. Um,
I think we talked about it in our first interview in 2016.
Probably.
I think if I remember correctly, honestly, I haven't watched it because watching myself in the past is like nails on a chalkboard to me, having to see
Oh,
myself on camera back then. So I haven't watched it in a while, but I think I split that interview into two, and I think that was the story that was like the cliffhanger into the part two.
yeah.
It was
Uh,
my attempt at, getting people over to the second, which
oh, that's cool.
I think part two, ironically, I think is the most popular of that interview.
Oh, okay.
And it's still the most the
Then we were probably talking about Larnell.
it's actually
It's like the
that
first record you're talking all about yourself, and then the second part you're talking about Larnell.
no, I don't think that's it. But I think the second part was like I think my editing was a little bit cleaner. I think back in the first one, I think I was kind of sloppy, so I think people caught on to the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing. But it's still the most popular music related thing that I've put out. So thank you for that so much.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I got.
I was gonna say it's interesting now that they've been putting the "Tell Your Friends" out remixed. Nick
Hmm.
did the remixes for that. That was also a fun, really fun session because at that point it was the first time of us doing that sort of model of the live in studio thing, and no one knew what the fuck we were doing.
Hmm.
So talk about like a nervous energy there was for sure, but like I mean, thinking back, that was 11 years ago, that headspace that we were all in, how much things have changed and how much we've all learned since then. But each session is fun really in its own way and have super bright moments and unique challenges. And I know that's a generic answer, but it really is true.